come tumbling down. Paranormal investigators Jordan and Johnny from the YouTube channel Paranormies are back on a new investigation that brings them to an old abandoned train station in Piney, Manitoba, Canada. The Piney train station was closed in the 1960s. In the 1980s, a tormented local man named Dennis drank himself to death in the abandoned Piney train station. Locals believe that his spirit haunts the station to this day. People have seen unexplained shadows in the windows of the train station, and curious explorers who dared to go inside would feel a presence watching them. The Paranormies Jordan and Johnny set out to investigate whether the stories are true. Once inside the Piney train station, the two friends realize just how badly decayed the building is. The roof actually seems like it's about to collapse.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Was that upstairs? No, that's outside.
Holy man, it sounded like a piece of the house just busted off.
What? That might have been it, because look at the roof.
Was that a piece of the house or was that you?
Jordan and Johnny aren't sure whether they just captured something paranormal or something might have fallen from the ceiling. But the longer they're inside, the stranger the unexplained sounds become.
Holy
Sound like glass shattering.
This time the Paranormies team hears the sound of glass shattering somewhere inside the old train station. But again, they can't quite place where the crash came from. But the next sound they hear is even creepier.
She was saying he's so emotional.
That's footsteps.
Matter.
That's footsteps. Cool.
Hang on, hang on.
This thing is going off right now.
Dennis! Dennis!
That's loud, dude.
I'm going up.
Jordan and Johnny hear footsteps coming from right above them on the second floor. However, when they go up to investigate, there's no one there. But the two explorers do find the source of one sound they hear, and it is absolutely terrifying.
All the people that are coming through this place.
React.
What's that?
React.
How's that?
What is that, man? Dude. Hang on.
Is that,
Dude, what the fuck is that?
and it just stops.
The lock on the door is eerily shaking back and forth on its own. When the investigators get close to the door, the fast-paced rattling mysteriously just stops. Jordan and Johnny decide to do a sensory deprivation session. Jordan covers his eyes and puts headphones in his ears so that the only thing he hears are the answers coming through their spirit box. Meanwhile, Johnny asks questions to the spirit of Dennis that might be haunting the abandoned train station. They get some strange answers, but then something even more shocking happens.
Shit out.
Here.
Here? That was you? You're here? If you can make that noise again.
I heard K2.
If you can make that noise again, I'll check the K2. If you can make that noise again, let us know.
In here.
We'll come over there.
Sweep. What?
There's a noise over there. Oh my god.
Did you see it? The bizarre silhouette of what looks like the upper half of a person can be seen slowly forming in the hallway. When Jordan shines his flashlight on the eerie figure, it disappears. Eventually, the guys decide to set up a Ouija board to communicate with the spirit. It did not go well.
My hands and knees are just shaking.
Did you move? It looks like it's crooked.
Really? No, it's still over right over top.
It's right over T, but I thought it was straighter before.
What was that? The light just died?
Or light just died.
Was that you, Dennis? The thing was fully charged.
Might be using the energy. move, dude. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
It sounded like everything was falling apart.
Holy.
The light on their camera dies even though the battery is fully charged, and then the guys have to make a run for it as the station suddenly starts to fall apart all around them. They grab their camera, leave the Ouija board, and just get out of there. So did the Paranormies capture supernatural evidence that proves that the Piney train station is haunted? Did they capture the ghost of Dennis's lingering soul on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? As always, you decide. You can watch this full investigation and many more creepy videos over on the YouTube channel, Paranormies.
Uploaded to YouTube by user NSNiz6, this video depicts a man searching through an abandoned building in Saudi Arabia. Walking through the abandoned site, it becomes clear very quickly that something's off within the building. Eerie and empty, the old Secretariat building seems just like the place one would expect to see a series of jinn sightings. Frequently scared by odd occurrences happening around him, it seems there's a malevolent spirit in the building following the man around. Odd banging sounds are heard until the very end of the video, when a spirit or possible jinn appears to guide the man to a specific room by opening a door for him. Saying what sounds like a prayer to drive away the jinn, the man enters the room only to be frightened by a banging box nearby. Finally making his way outside, the camera points to an open window near the top of the building. The shutters of the window appear to open and close, swinging back and forth, either by themselves or with the help of the jinn tormenting the man behind the camera. 30-year-old Essie Dunbar had suffered from epilepsy for much of her life. In 1915, she had an attack bad enough for a doctor to be called. When the doctor arrived, he declared that Essie had died. The parishioners decided to wait until the following morning to bury Essie so that her sister, who lived in a neighbouring town, would be able to attend. They gave Essie a long funeral, but her sister still didn't make it in time. When the sister finally arrived, she demanded that the grave be dug up so she could take one final look at her sister. The ministers agreed and the grave was exhumed. When the coffin was unsealed, those watching were shocked when Essie sat up and smiled at her sister. The 3 attending ministers were so startled they fell into the open grave, one breaking a rib. The other mourners fled in a fit of hysteria, believing Essie to be a ghost. Essie lived for another 47 years, but the locals never quite trusted her after the incident. Some believed that she was a zombie that had returned from death. This bizarre video was uploaded to S. Koss's YouTube channel in December 2014. It appears to be an excerpt taken from a security camera captured in an unknown location. At first, several orb-like objects go speeding by the camera. And while these could easily be dismissed as insects, it's what the camera captures next that is truly strange. Several white figures begin running along the outside of the fence. Then suddenly, a few of the figures leap over the fence and land motionless on the ground. Some viewers have suggested that the strange shapes are actually deer. However, the way they land after jumping the fence seems to rule this theory out. They appear still and lifeless, almost as if they've deflated. Just when you think that the video couldn't get any weirder, a long trail of light appears at the top of the screen. This is truly one of the more bizarre videos we've ever seen. Could it be possible that the mysterious white figures are ghosts or some other type of supernatural entities? If anyone can shed any light on this video, I'd love to hear what you think in the comments section below. On the YouTube channel Oxlack Researcher, viewers are regularly treated to bizarre videos of creepy occurrences. This particular video, recorded by a security guard at a soda factory, has given quite a few viewers nightmares. The security guard was working the night shift at the empty factory when the strange occurrences began. He was patrolling one of the factory's bathrooms when he thought he saw something unusual, lurking in a dark corner. He ran from the room and grabbed a camera to hopefully capture evidence of something paranormal. Returning to the bathroom, he describes his initial harrowing experience as he moves slowly through the darkened hallways of the factory.
No mames, güey, no prende la puta luz, güey.
After turning one corner in the bathroom, he quickly retreats and begins reciting prayers to ward off unholy entities.
No mames, güey. Hay alguien, güey. A la verga.
In a slower replay, it becomes clear that he has reason to be frightened. Just around the corner is a ghostly white face peeking out from the darkness. It's hard to make out any features, but the face appears to be floating in a dark shadow, hovering several feet from the floor. Although we can't see it clearly, something about the entity's expression appears menacing. The video ends before we find out what happened after the security guard retreated for the second time. The face in the shadows has made several viewers terrified for his safety. This entity is truly the stuff of nightmares.
A la verga.